you bring up the fact of anecdotal evidence, because we have had, as I'm sure you're aware, we've had people in the comments in the chat of this show, and I've seen it in plenty of other things, asking for, where are the numbers? Where are the numbers that back up what you're saying, what your example is? And I think a lot of the subject matter, there's not going to be data on it. Who is recording data? Who's recording the number of people that go into Walmart and are presented with the fact that the welfare system is down as the introduction of the cashier, and whether or not the person was white or black or whatever else? Nobody's taking data on that. It's all anecdotal. So I think that's where a certain ignorance to the experience of other people, and a certain lack of empathy, either based on the ignorance or based on like a willful lack of empathy. I don't want to understand because I shouldn't have to, or something like that. A lot of those anecdotal evidences can be dismissed because there's no hard data to back them up. But there's not going to be hard data on this kind of really ugly subject matter of racist experience, and also the fact that it only has to happen one time for you to act like it may happen at any other time. So, one data point, I've only been asked that in 1% of my visits. So I don't have to worry about it until I get to my next block of 100 visits, in which case it will only happen one time within that. It doesn't work like that at all. So yeah, I think a lot of a lack of willingness to accept anecdotal evidence is just dumb. And unempathetic. So
yeah, and unhelpful, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Let's say that you're right? Let's say that my experience with that incident is just a one-off. It's not indicative of racism in America. It's not indicative of anything. So their point is that is true, and that by me pretending like this is a widespread problem, that I'm actually creating the problem. That's the calculus. Yeah. Okay? And so, that's how they put the onus on you to, somehow come up with the justification. But, this ignores the fact that sociologists have the data, right? Like, it's not as if the data doesn't exist. It's that people oftentimes who are asking for the data, they don't actually care about it. They don't actually want to look at it and investigate it. I found this when I was looking at police killing statistics. What did I do when I started looking at those statistics? I looked at the Bureau of Justice statistics. I looked at the FBI statistics, all the government statistics that I found. I thoroughly researched their tables, their methodology, their statements on their own data. And within their own statements, they say how incomplete the data is, how the analysis of that data is not strong enough in order to come to actual conclusions that policy can be based on, and that the data that's collected is completely voluntarily given by police departments, not even half of law enforcement agencies in the nation who do so. So I'm just like it's like, so when I then try to communicate with people about who are saying, oh, like black people are killed this much by the police or this and that, I'm like, but you're going off of, maybe you read an article or something, maybe some opinion piece where someone said something and maybe they quoted something, else. But like here, I've done this detailed research. I'm telling you everything I found. I'm literally talking to people who are developing a new national database for police killing statistics, and I'm giving you all the information, but you don't want to accept it. And that's what I continuously find, is that people who are questioning whether your thoughts on this subject matter are legitimate or not have not done their own research. They are contrarians who want to make sure that they go against anything you're saying, mostly out of fear, I believe. Fear of, again, what we said earlier, the revenge factor, fear of reverse oppression, fear of, them being silenced, them being white people mostly. Thanks for watching. For access to the full-length conversation and all of the 2-hour-long, unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support, and see you next time.